A wise person once told me that people work hard for one of two reasons. They are either obsessed with wealth or they are a slave to their financial obligations. Many of your life's aspirations and milestones will hinge on your money. And while it's true that money can't buy happiness, it can buy a lot of things, including freedom and choices. But obviously, nobody wants to work their entire life. Therefore, you must start saving enough to live well in your later years. So, learning to save can be an uphill battle. Just like most things when you're learning a new skill, it may take you a long time to become consistent, but nonetheless, it is truly a lifestyle change worth learning. So today, we're going to talk about how it is possible for you to save over $8,000 in just 6 months. Welcome to Money Talk, where we discuss everything related to money. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button and click subscribe. So to start this, you'll need to go through 3 phases in order to assess your needs and how you will be able to do this successfully. So let's start with phase 1. Setting broad goals that should be your first priority. You should know your long-term goals for the next 12 months, 5 years, and even 10 years. You should decide and write out your broad goals for your future. Consider the area of family goals, career goals, and financial goals. Is your financial goal to grow a fortune or maybe to provide for your family vacations? Maybe you just want extra cash or investments. So you don't have to worry about paying your bills. Whatever plans, just write them down to give you direction in planning for your savings. Next, we have phase 2. So the second phase is absolutely essential if you want to succeed financially and learn to save money consistently. This can be done by making a basic personal budget. I know that sounds complicated and like no fun, but stick with me here. To keep track of your finances, you need to record your monthly income and expenses in a spreadsheet, like in Excel or Google Sheets. Attempts at saving money will be difficult if your financial flows of earning money and spending money aren't tracked and accounted for. So all you want to do is basically write down each month what money you bring into your home and how that money is spent. This gives you a good picture of money spent on your needs like housing, utilities, groceries, and your wants and spending like eating out, clothes, shopping, and those daily coffees. Lastly, you will see what is left each month after spending. Next is phase 3. So here in the third stage, it involves developing more targeted objectives at saving. To start with, you should set long-term goals, such as where you want to be financially in a few years, and short-term goals. These are intermediate goals, so keep your expectations in check. If you're new to budgeting and financial decision making, it's best to start simple. But you need to know where you stand financially to plan for monthly and annual savings objectives. But, one of the best ways to save money is to set up automated bank withdrawals. With this, paychecks are all deposited into this one account where they wait until they are automatically withdrawn and anywhere else. You can try this by setting up an automated transfer of say 30% of your paycheck to savings and investing accounts. In 2022, with the average salary in the US at just over $56,000, saving 30% of your salary is well over $16,000 per year, or over $8,000 per month in your savings account. After that, you have 70% left. That is a big chunk of money, since you will use that for the 5 different needs you will need to spend. But, despite its importance, you can still cut costs to save more money. So here are the 5 essential things that you need to prioritize, and maybe not in the exact order, but these are the things that you need to put first above anything else. So here at number 1, we have food. I mean, obviously, the first of these is food. This is one of my favorites when it comes to making cost cuts. The reason for this is that food is one of the assets that depreciate at a rate unimaginable to most people. You can always have a healthy and delicious meal even if you spend less. Instead of eating out, you can just cook your own food. It can save you a few bucks. You don't have to deprive yourself of nutrients because most of the time, good food is not that expensive. You can just be creative and have a filling and healthy meal for yourself. Next at number 2 is shelter. Since it's not easy to avoid the expense of housing, having a roommate or renting out a portion of your property is an excellent way to decrease those expenses. This can be done by using a service like Airbnb to save money on housing. And actually, you might save money on utilities such as internet service or power by reducing your usage. And at number 3, transportation. Assuming you need to get somewhere for work or other serious reasons, this one you probably can't ignore. Owning and driving a vehicle is a significant financial commitment, especially if you frequently travel long distance. For this reason, it is worth considering whether or not it is worthwhile to buy a vehicle if you reside in a metropolitan or suburban location with access to public transportation. To put it bluntly, vehicles are a waste of money. At number 4, we have clothing. It is kind of easy to cut back on spending money on clothes. After all, it's not necessary to buy clothes all the time, but sometimes it is a little difficult to avoid purchasing, especially if there are special offers or a sale, like those mid-year sales from Zara. But if you're really motivated to save money, you need to start learning how to avoid spending so much on clothes. But if you are indeed in a situation where you need to start saving more money, or you are on a tight budget but still need new clothes, just go to the thrift store to supplement your wardrobe with new-to-you bargains. And lastly, number 5, it's health. This is incredibly important, and you might think that you should not be cutting costs on this one. However, this can be reduced by taking good care of one's health. Not prioritizing your health might lead to increased medical expenses that can be difficult to manage, especially if you live in a country that, doesn't offer free healthcare services. You will have many health issues 20 years from now if you continue abusing your body the same way you have. Consequently, you should deal with that and keep it in mind. So, no more of those junk foods daily, and try taking a walk outside. Everything we could ever want or need is already within us. Our souls are the true treasure chests of the world, filled with incalculable riches. While it's true that humans require the necessities of life, such as food, drink, and shelter, we have a lot less of these things than we might imagine. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, click subscribe, and hit that notification bell to receive updates on our latest videos. See you!